666,000 rooms, over 4,500 hotels worldwide, and we have 7 key brands that this is where you'll become familiar with us. We have our flagship brand, one of them is Intercontinental. We also have Holiday Inn Express, Crown Plaza, Staybridge Suites, Candlewood Suites, and Hotel Indigo. Now, raise a hand, are you a little more familiar with IHG, right? So the whole room goes up, of course. And you may actually be familiar with our loyalty program, Priority Club Rewards, which is the largest hotel loyalty program on record with over 61 million members. Now, yes, you're unique and you're special to us, but you also have a company with 61 million other people. And so that's a little bit about IHG. And we have a mission, we have a vision, and that is to create great hotels that guests love. And there's many ways you can create great hotels that guests love. One of it is you have to have a physical property. You have to be in a great location. And you have to have great staff. All those things factor into great hotels guests love, and it's the service associated with all of that. But there's also a technology component associated with that. And that's what I'm going to talk a little bit about today, is what IHG is doing on the mobile side to deliver on great hotels guests love. So our journey started, many, many years ago in the mobile space, and we created our mobile consumer sites. And finding, booking rooms, managing your stay, managing your travel. And in 2009, we took a look at our platform. We said, we need to start making a shift. So at that time, in that moment, we were making $2.5 million in revenue on our mobile platforms. Not bad. I would say many companies wouldn't be able to make $2.5 million in their overall e-commerce abilities. So $2.5 million yearly in revenue on our mobile products. We started taking a shift and figure out what are we going to do to capture more of the audience and deliver better products to our consumers. And so we started creating applications. And we took a look at all the main OSs that are available, and we looked at the big four, or the big four now, and you can argue, well, there's no big four, there's 2, right, in Android and iPhone. Yes, I understand that, but there's more, and there's others. And so we have applications now for all of those platforms. We have a Apple iOS application, several of them, in fact. We have a Android application. We have a BlackBerry application. And we also have a Windows Phone 7 application, which is Microsoft's new operating system that they're putting a lot of pub around. And in fact, if you haven't seen it, they just finished up in Times Square a 65-foot phone that they installed in Times Square that showcased our application, in fact. And so we're doing a lot to capture that audience. And we've seen, in 2 short years, we've seen that revenue grow from $2.5 million to $150 million, and well north of that, in fact, in 2 short years. So you can see the exposure of mobile and the adoption rate. So I would say there's 2 reasons why we'd be able to see that success. 2 reasons. One, and I'm sure there's many, but I'm going to highlight 2. One is IHG tends to employ awesome people. So that's a little joke because I'm employed by IHG. And 2, I would say, is the adoption of mobile. The overall adoption of mobile, we hit it at the right time. We were at the right place at the right time. And so if you look at right now, in the UK, in fact, last year, started selling, they shipped more smartphones than they have feature phones, right? So think feature phones, think the Motorola Razr and those type of devices. They started shipping more smartphones than feature phones. This year, now the US is shipping more feature phones. 43% of the US actually has a smartphone. Now, think about the adoption of that. 43% of Android users are actually spending over an hour a day on the internet, on their phone. An hour a day. Now, I'm not the typical one. I'm spending much more than that. I'm sure many of you are as well. But 56 minutes of time on your phone on the internet is quite amazing. And we see the future is getting brighter. Right? There's Morgan Stanley put together a forecast that says about between 2014 and 2015, mobile internet usage will surpass that of desktop usage. Mobile internet usage will surpass that of desktop usage. So you'll have more people browsing and surfing the internet on their mobile devices than they will on their web devices. So quick round of hands here again. How many people have a smartphone right now? It's on, turned on, easily accessible, and you may actually be using it right now while I'm speaking. So put your hands up. All right. Now, how many can actually say they have a laptop or a desktop that can actually do the same? Right now, it's on, it's powered, and you're ready to use it. No hands are going up. You could see where this is going. It's always on. It's always tethered. It's part of you. You spend more time on your phone than you do anything. Think about it. Some of you probably sleep with your phone, right? So that was a sinister type laugh. Somebody might want to turn his mic off. So, you spend a lot of time with your phone. And us at ISG, we want to take advantage of that. There's what we call the guest journey. All right? Put yourself in the shoes of a traveler, which all of you are. All right? Most of you, or if not all of you, have traveled from outside to get here to Orlando. Put yourself in the mindset of, you have to think about your travel. Where do I want to go? Right? This is the idea of travel. Now you have to research that. Then you have to book it. Then you actually have to take the journey to the destination. Then you spend time on that destination, and then you leave. Right? But that cycle starts all over again. And by the way, when you leave, we're still interacting with you. Right? You want to print off your invoices so you can expense them. You want to make sure you earned your Priority Club points so you can get a free stay in the future. Those type of activities, that's part of what we call the guest journey. Well, you have a phone on you, right? Basically a computer that's wired to your hip at all times. We want to be able to tap into you via that phone. And so there's a lot of opportunity for us to do that if you think about the future, right? What's the idea, if you will? Well, I'll give you an example. Yesterday, landed in Orlando Airport about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. My stomach's growling because I'm hungry, but I can't think about that. I got to get to my hotel. So, and I don't know about you, but I waited about 45 minutes at the baggage claim because for some reason they can't, it's really hard to get the baggage from the plane to the conveyor belt. But needless to say, I had a 25-minute ride from the airport to this hotel. Now, 25 minutes, you could do a lot in 25 minutes, right? I can spend time interacting with the driver. I can look up some stock. I can call my wife. Wouldn't it be neat to be able to check into that room and tell the hotel that you've arrived? Wouldn't it be fantastic for you to actually get your room number, that you can go straight to your room and unlock it with your phone? Oh, I don't know about you, but when I walk into a hotel room, the first thing I do when I walk into a hotel room is I go straight to the window. I open the door, right, put my luggage down, and I go straight to the window. And there's two reasons I do that. I open up the blinds because I want natural light. That's the first reason. I want natural light. I love to light up the room and get some natural light. It gives me some energy. Number two is I want to see what kind of view I have. Am I looking at the dumpster or am I looking at Cinderella's castle, right? And so those are the things I like to do when I walk in the room. Wouldn't it have been pretty cool if on the way to the hotel, I can actually check in, not only get a virtual tour of my room, I can open the blinds before I even get there. Now, how cool would that be? That's real. I mean, we could do that. Why can't we, right? Oh, and by the way, my stomach is still growling on that ride. What do I order room service and have the food waiting for me when I arrive? There was a hotel missed opportunity at this moment yesterday, because in fact, what I did was when I opened up the window, I saw the boardwalk across the street, and I went to go eat there and spend money there, and the hotel missed out on an opportunity. What happens if the hotel sent me a promotion and said, we have a 2-for-1 special at the bar, we know that you're on an expense account, so you'll come and spend, right? Missed opportunity. There's a lot of opportunities. So I'm going to leave you with this, and as you can imagine, you put yourself, and as you go home, think about how we can be interacting with you throughout your entire guest journey. So I'm going to leave you with a short video because I'm running out of time. And this is the conceptual video that ISG's put together. It's not to say we're exactly doing this today, but it's stuff that can be done today. These are all things that we have the opportunity to do today. I'm not thinking Jetsons 50 years where we're telepathically working with our computers. We don't even have a device anymore, right? My kids are looking at our home videos saying, what is that thing you're holding in your hand? No, this is stuff that we could be doing today, and we have an opportunity. So I'll leave you with this, and then I'll wrap it up.
This is a story about Alison and her experience interacting with technology at an IHG hotel. She starts her trip on her mobile phone, booking her room in a single step. And while she'd love to spend more time in the cafe, Alison has a flight to catch. During the ride from the airport, Alison decides it's time to check into her room. With a simple gesture, she checks into her hotel. Since she checked in remotely, Alison can avoid the front desk and go straight to her room. While awaiting her arrival, the hotel staff personalizes her room changing the temperature to 71 degrees and placing a single Coke, a bottle of water, and a bag of Skittles on her nightstand. In this hotel, unlocking her room doesn't require a key card. Instead, Alison simply opens the mobile key application and unlocks the door. After settling in, Alison removes her laptop from her bag. In the last year, Alison has gone through 2 laptops. She left one in her car. It was destroyed by the heat. The other, her 6-year-old, dropped on the kitchen floor. Her Coke just claimed a third. But the worst part is, this particular laptop happened to have the presentation she is supposed to give less than 1 hour from now. Luckily for Alison, this is a smart room and a Google laptop is available for her use. So she can download the latest version of her presentation off the web and onto her 4-gigabyte thumb drive. Presentation in hand, the meeting goes splendidly and Alison seals the deal. Now back in her room, Alison turns on the television, and while most TVs try to get people to watch them, this TV has a different idea in mind, alerting her to the glass of wine awaiting her downstairs. Soon after settling into the bar with her well-deserved glass of wine, disaster strikes once more. Luckily for Alison, this isn't the bartender's first experience with a spilled drink, and he reacts quickly with napkins and soda water. For his excellent service, Alison gives the bartender a quick digital compliment. Having had enough with spilled drinks for one day, Alison returns to her room for the evening. But before she turns in for the night, Alison places an order for tomorrow's breakfast. Room service arrives at precisely 7 a.m. the next morning. A hungry Alison enjoys her breakfast, repacks her luggage, and checks out of her room. Meanwhile, the hotel staff prepares for the next guest arrival. The cleaning staff cleans her room. The manager checks room status. And the hotel owner watches his revenue grow. Her stay now complete, Alison truly understands what IHG means when they say, great hotels guests love.
I'll say that the best part of that video, by the way, these are all IHG actors. Everybody you saw in that video was an IHG employee, even the person spilling the wine. So the best part about that video, by far, is who would love to have fries for breakfast? How awesome is that? So thank you very much.